All right, you guys, we are kind of interrupting our normal programming here because something exciting is happening this week, and that is Amazon Prime Days, which really is just an excuse for, it seems like, anybody and everybody to run some really good deals and some really good sales. And so we have actually gotten our hands on some information about some of the best deals going on for Prime Days for RVers and RV products, and we wanted to kind of interrupt our regular programming to talk about it and to share those with you, because this is going to be the time to start to stock up and save. Let's dive right in. All right, so first up on the list are a couple of products from our friends over at Camco, and that is this blowout plug and then this pump converter winterizing kit. So here's the deal. If you guys live in an area where it could drop below freezing this year, you want to make sure that your RV is winterized. And these types of gadgets make it much more simple to complete that winterization process and just make sure that your RV is protected. So great idea for Prime Day if you need to winterize your rig this year. All right, so next up on the list is something that if you're an RVer, you really should be replacing this every 3 months. So this is why it's a great time to stock up and save while it is on sale, and that is the Taste Pure water filters from Camco. So these have a 6-step filtration technology. We absolutely love using these filters. It really does help with the water quality and consistent water quality from campground to campground. So this is absolutely something we keep in our RV arsenal, and you want to stock up while you can because they're going to be on sale. All right, so next up is this little product called the Sidewinder. So this is like a sewer hose ladder. And so really, here's the deal. More and more campgrounds are actually requiring that you have sewer hoses off of the ground. And so you wanna have one of these in case that you're in a campground that does require that. The other thing is now that we have this fifth wheel, we actually have to have 2 sewer hoses because we have 2 different waste tanks, which means we now need 2 of these. So this is number 2. The other one's already in here so that we are ready for setting up at the next campground and having those sewer hoses elevated. Because here's the other thing. You know what flows downhill? You want to make sure it's going in the right direction. All right, so next up is a new product to us, and that is the Camco Flex Pads. So right down under here, underneath of our rear levelers, we have the Camco Flex Pads. So basically it is a rubber pad that you're gonna wanna put down before you put your levelers down. It's going to help in those situations where, like right now, we're on grass in the rear, but in situations where if maybe you are on an asphalt parking lot, if you are in maybe dirt where things could get a little bit muddy, or you just would like some extra protection for those rear levelers and for the ground, these new rubber pads, loving them. All right, next up on the list that you do not want to miss out on this Prime Day. It's like I can hardly find the tag. This is the Power Grip extension cord from Camco. This thing's pretty heavy duty. So we are actually using one right now because the plug for our RV is in the very back of the RV, which means most campgrounds, well, you're gonna probably need some sort of extension if you have something like ours. Or let me tell you, there have been so many times where you want to park inside of the campsite is maybe a little bit further away from the electrical pedestal, and you wanna be able to just have something like this to give you some extra length when and where you need it. So this is something that we just keep in our RV arsenal. Sometimes we need it, sometimes we don't. You would rather have it when you need it versus realizing you need one and you don't have it. Perfect time to add this to your tool belt this year. Now, when you're off grid, whether it's boondocking on a fall camping trip, or if you're riding out a storm during hurricane season like we sometimes do, having reliable power is really everything. And that is why we keep the Jackery Explorer 1000 V2 with us. It's a compact solar generator that keeps us powered wherever we park or even at home when the lights go out. With 1500 watts of output, it can handle big essentials like a tea kettle or even a portable AC. Plus, it's fast charging, just 1 hour from an one outlet, and it can recharge with solar panels for free power from the sun. We absolutely love the multiple ports to keep laptops, phones, and even use our paddleboard pumps. And with 4,000 life cycles, it's built to last up to 10 years. We especially recommend getting Jackery's exclusive dual product bundle right now. You can get the biggest discount during the big Prime Day deals that are going on with up to 65% off. It's definitely the perfect solution for essential home backup, and it can power multiple rooms at once. So your family, well, they stay worry-free no matter where you are or what the weather is. Check out gratefulglamper.com/Jackery or the link in the description for full details, and a huge thanks to Jackery for sponsoring this video. All right, next up, Prime Day deals are these Camco Fast 10 blocks. This is something that we actually, again, haven't used until now, because now we actually have an RV that this works with. So if you have any sort of towable, fifth wheel, travel trailer, these are super handy. They're going to help keep you level instead of trying to stack a bunch of wood blocks or something like that on top of each other. They also interlock with a very convenient handle to be able to carry them and store them away when they are not in use. All right, next up on the list are just some of your really RV basics must have if you're going to be camping in an RV. Now these are great because, as you can see, they accordion down so that they don't take up a lot of space and storage, but they also expand out so that you've got all of the hose that you need. And then you've got these handy caps too that go on the end. So these you can get separately if you just need the cap kit. But these are gonna cover both of the ends of your hose. So when you store it away, you just make sure when you pull it back out, you don't have any nasty surprises waiting for you. Nobody needs that. So we actually have two, because again, we've got 2 waste tanks now. So make sure you check your RV, you know what you need, and then make sure that you got one. And now here's the deal. You're like, Charity, I already have sewer hoses. I don't need a sewer hose, I got one. You need a spare. I will just tell you from experience, you want to have a spare sewer hose because you never know when you might have a problem with one. And if you have a problem with one at that point, well, it's just too late if you don't have a spare with you. All right, so this is just a quick teaser, not necessarily a Prime Day deal, but this, well, we're gonna be sharing more about this in a future video. So you want to make sure that you like it, this video that is, and subscribe, because this is like a, hold on as I wrestle with it. It's expandable, just trust me.
Make it bigger.
Anyway, we'll be sharing more about that later. Oh, hello. One more thing that we want to talk about from our friends over at Camco is this nice little foldable table. And so I absolutely love these types of things because they're very, very easy to fold up, get out of the way, and store. Now you see it, now you don't. So Camco folding table, add that to your Amazon Prime Day list. Okay, another product you want to stock up on during Prime Day deals right now is Unique Camping and Marine RV Digest It Plus Ultra. Now, we've learned keeping your RV black tank maintained is an absolute must, and that is why literally for the past 3 years, we've only trusted Unique Camping and Marine's RV products. Now, this no mess bottle makes it really easy. You just squeeze and pour. You don't even have to measure. One of these bottles gives you 32 treatments at less than 70 cents a piece, and it works fast, breaking down waste, toilet paper in just hours, and it helps keep your tanks clean and odor-free without any hassle. So you can save 20% off during Amazon Prime Day deals. This is 20% off Amazon only. We'll have a link for this in the description below, and a huge thanks to Unique for their support of our channel. All right, so next up on the list for Prime Day deals, this is something that I absolutely consider my RV essential, and that is what I like to call my RV size Instant Pot. So this is actually a little bit smaller version of the regular Instant Pot. I did check, The big Instant Pot is also on Prime Day sale too. So if you do want the bigger version, you can get that on sale too. I like the smaller version for the RV for a couple of reasons. One, obviously space, storage, weight. The other thing is our family of 4, when I'm cooking for our family of 4, I just don't need as big of an Instant Pot. Now, I will tell you, the one time we did Friendsgiving in the Keys, yes, I did bring the big one along because, well, we were feeding a lot of people. But for pretty much every day, RV life, this does the job, and it's on sale for Prime Day. So if you don't have one, probably want to stick it in your RV tool belt. So you'll have to let us know real fast if you are over on Amazon shopping Prime Day deals, or if you're seeing Prime Day deals anywhere else, drop a comment below. Let us know what sort of deals that you're finding, and that way you can share with the RV community what deals are out there too. All right, so another product that is on Amazon right now that we've recently found that we love is this light up level from Franklin Sensors. Now here's the deal. In our Class A, we had kind of an auto leveling system. This is a light up level. So if you're not level, red light, right? When you get level, it's like so sensitive. When you are level, trying to hold it level. It's green light. Let's see. Oh, barely. Stop walking.
I moved.
Stop walking.
There.
Anyway, when you are perfectly level, it lights up green. But it's kind of a nice visual because that way, if you're far away, right, and you're trying to make some sort of adjustment or something like that, you have a nice visual where you can see the colors changing as the level of the RV is changing. And then you can see when you get closer, it starts, going more red, more green.
Yay.
How steady can I hold my hand? Anyway, this is a pretty handy tool and we're loving it. So next on the list, there are several of these Ninja Foodie products that are on Prime Day sale right now, and I wanted to show you something because here's the deal, y'all. You know how we have been huge fans of our Blackstone for a very, very long time. Well, pretty sure we're gonna be ditching the Blackstone now after using this. This is the Ninja Woodfire. So this is basically like a 7-in-1 product. It is a grill, a smoker, a air fryer, a dehydrator, an air crisper, a roaster. You can bake in this thing. Literally 7 different things that you can do with this one thing, and it is nice and compact to be able to fit in the RV. We've been using this as a grill mainly, which again, replaces what we would use the Blackstone for. And Ben and Dakota have even smoked a few things in it too. If you see us around the campground, you're not gonna probably see the Blackstone anymore. You're gonna see this instead, so definitely check it out on Amazon for Prime Day. The next thing I do want to talk about is some headlights that I got for my van. Yes, I know this isn't necessarily RV specific, but a product that I'm super excited about. It's from a company called Nightlight. Ben replaced both the regular and the brights in my van because it had just like the factory lights. Anyway, they're kind of yellow. They were hard to see at night, quite frankly. Having these upgraded LEDs has just made it much easier to see when I am driving at night in the van. And so they are available on Amazon. We will put a link below so that you can find those. There's love bugs everywhere. This is
love bugs all over the place.
love bug season in Florida, man. All right, come on, focus.
Okay, go ahead. Is it pedestal or pedestal?
I don't know.
I think it's pedestal. I mean, is it pedestal? Like the stool you sit on?
Your
or
tool.
A pedestal?
And then here's another thing. Right up over here, we've got a list of 100 things you can get for RV life on Amazon. You're gonna wanna check that out right up here.